Yo, this is Tone Capone, and you're getting lifted to the sounds of my DJ, DJ Spaceship. Go ahead and beam him up, boy. Let's get him, get him, get him, get him, get him, get him. Greetings and salutations from us to all the nations. We're about to get loose, strictly for entertainment. We're reppin' Tampa Bay, 10 toes down. It's waves of the bay. No, we ain't playing round. Saturdays from 10 to 12. Make sure you ride the wave. It's Tone Capone and DJ Spaceship on your airwaves. We're mixing interviews, R&B and hip hop. We're blasting off, and the top is just a pit stop. Yes, yes, yes. This is Waves of the Bay. Right here, WMNF 88.5. I'm Tone Capone. You guys just heard DJ Spaceship blasting off for us, man. I gotta shout out all the DJs out there, man. I know y'all finally able to get back to work and everything, but you know, I appreciate what you do for us over here at Waves of the Bay. How you've been able to keep us moving the whole time, man. Like nobody noticed anything. Like we've been bouncing around different places, just keeping things moving, dog.
We've been without home.
I know it, but we still been putting on for the city and putting on for the Bay at the same time. I hope you guys are following along with what we're doing, man. Show love to all the DJs for real. Shout out all the DJs out there doing work, man. Especially my DJ right here, DJ Spaceship.
Who?
That guy right there.
That guy, Tito out in T-Mart.
That Falcons fan over there.
Hey, nah.
The best interviewer I know, man. Wait, I can't wait till we can drop the news on them. We can probably drop the news on them today.
We're gonna make them wait a little bit.
We'll make them wait a little bit, man. We got some news to give y'all.
Let
me put it like that, man.
Late-breaking Tone and Spaceship.
We've been trying to put some work in, but we're gonna switch it up tonight. We're actually gonna take a couple phone calls, maybe a couple three. But I know we got one of the. You know, let me just stop playing. Let me bring her on the line.
Who you got?
Introduce her.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have one of the many wonders. Oh, she's so awesome. If you never heard of her before, but you're going to hear about it now. She never want to lead a club, the one and only platinum vocals herself, Miss C-RENA. What up, girl?
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Now, that's an introduction right there.
Did I serve you justice with that intro?
I just really want y'all to just be like, hey, it's C-RENA. Hey, C-RENA.
Hold on, let me do another one. This was short one. You ready?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have C-RENA from Tampa, Florida.
It's not C-RENA.
Don't say C-RENA.
Say it right.
Yeah.
Make sure you get her name right. She ain't playing with y'all.
Please.
How you been?
I've been good, man. Just trying to stay busy, quarantined, which I have actually been doing that, so I'm really happy, not being, I'm sad about not being on the stages or whatever. I miss Crowbar like nothing.
Man,
shout out to Tom.
Man, I miss Crowbar. Like, Crowbar is one of my top three stages in the Bay, so I really miss being there. I miss the atmosphere. I miss the feeling, the camaraderie with all my Tampa people. I miss my artists. I miss rubbing shoulders. I miss being a fan and being out there and watching other artists that I know that I'm fans of do their thing.
Right.
So
now one thing that I can't say I miss amongst the things, I'm gonna stay just with you. Seeing Just Henry performing and you in the audience doing your thing, or you on stage and him in the audience doing, it's like the chemistry you two have. Like,
y'all play off each other well, for sure.
Shout out to Just Henry, man. Like, y'all chemistry is just like, the last time I seen that type of chemistry, someone on stage and one in the audience was Tone and Winnie. Like, she knows all his lines. So if Blue ever, have a little too much to drink, Winnie got him. Just turn the light down and put him up there. But I got a question for you, see. How you been doing? Everybody, we know what's going on. Rest in peace to Mr. George Floyd and his family. We paying respects to that. How you tell me where your mind state is with the current social state right now, with everything that's going on behind that?
I have a lot of feelings on this. Number one, I'm sickened and saddened, but I'm not surprised. And I'm not desensitized either.
Right.
And I think that's important to say because I think one of the tricks of the media is to flood it so much that people downplay it like it's an everyday occurrence.
Right.
And that demotes us as a people, or it downgrades us as a people, because it makes it feel like, oh, this happens all the time, it's not that big of a deal.
Right.
When in fact, the exact opposite. It happens so much that it's a huge deal. Once is once too many.
Right.
So it's a huge deal, and it's just not. I'm not surprised, and I'm not desensitized. I'll never be desensitized by it. I hurt. I cry. Watching some of these things online. I mean, it literally brought me to tears.
No doubt.
And I don't pull away from it because I don't want to be like, well, let me just, because I know I can shut my computer off, or I can switch to something else.
But it's still on your mind, and you know it's still going.
Right. It'll go away from the screen, but it won't go away from my mind. I do know that that's real life.
Right.
And as a mother, I have black children. I have a black son, and it's real life for me to worried about him when he leaves this house.
Right.
It's real life for me when he was younger, to have what black families know as the talk with my son,
right,
on how to behave or how to try to survive or how to get back home. When he leaves the house.
Right.
Nobody else. I mean, if you think about that for a moment, I mean, like, that's something we as black people know. We know about that talk.
And a lot of non-black folks don't know about, non-minorities, I should say, don't know about that talk. Take a second to think about that, though, Tone. And I apologize for getting emotional, but take a second to think about that. You have a son, and you have to teach him how to behave in order to make it back home. How crazy is that? What's even crazier is you have to teach them at a young age.
You gotta
teach them before they even know what's going on, and it's like something that's already embedded in us.
What to do so he can make it back home? It's insane. I mean, when you think about that, that's insane. That's insane.
Yeah.
So when you see these peaceful protests going on downtown and all around Tampa, like, how does that make you feel about the situation right now?
I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it. I'm for it 100%. I know a lot of people are saying, I'm with the peaceful protests, but they shouldn't be looting and they shouldn't be violent. And I'll say this, you don't know and I'm not saying that there aren't people out there that are opportunists. I can't say that.
Right.
But what I will say is this. I have no idea what the black man that's standing in the police officer's face or the cop's face went through the day before, the week before, the month before. I don't know if the police officer, I don't know if the cop, pushed his mama down, his brother down, his grandma down. I don't know. I don't know his story.
Right.
So I don't have a heaven or hell to put him in. So I can't tell him, yo, you don't go out there and do that. What I can tell him is this. All y'all be safe. All y'all use wisdom. Do whatever you need to do to make it back. That's what I will say. But if they are angry, that's anybody though, man. Think about it. A lot of people say, you shouldn't be violent, but look at where you live.
Right.
Look at where you live. The entire country was built on violence.
Yeah.
That's number one. And number two, as black people, it's a fight. It's always
every
a
day.
Fight. And how do you tell? How can you look your son, your nephew in the face and tell him don't fight, don't be violent, when he has seen so much violence against people that look like him?
Hey, and you have that's a valid point, because me, I'm a black man myself, and that's a talk that no one expects to have their kid, sports, the birds and the bees and stuff like that. And now you have to put this on their plate, a scoop of this like mashed potatoes. It can be a pretty thick situation. So, we definitely appreciate you calling in, C-RENA, giving us your take on it. We wanted to make sure we reached out to the community, to our family, and get your take on that. So we definitely appreciate you giving us a call tonight.
We miss you too. Straight up.
I'm going to sing you a song.
Hey.
You ready for me to sing you a song, C-RENA?
Oh, Lord.
I miss you. Hey, I'm talking to C-RENA. We miss you.
Ooh.
There you go.
You got him with that there.
Woo. No, you got him with that. Ooh. Thank you for calling in, C-RENA, girl. We'll see you soon.
Hey, take care of yourself.
Right,
take care of your family, too.
Stay safe, all right?
Yes, ma'am.
For sure. Yeah, man. It's real deal out here, bro. Yeah. Like, for real, man. Like, it's... We talked about it last show a little bit, man. Like, once you've been trying to be peaceful for so long, like, how do you get a reaction?
I mean, you know, like I said last time, I can't tell you how to react to something. I can tell you what I do and do not agree with, but at the same time, agree with it or not, people are reacting in the way that they are. Like, they have to realize these youths that are out here now, they're not Martin Luther King type. They Malcolm. You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, I think my biggest thing is just stop spending your money with them. And nothing gets somebody's attention like taking money out their pockets.
You ain't lying about that, bro.
Don't
we got another phone call, another call on hold right now. Let me go ahead and bring them up on here.
Yes, sir. Who we got?
El Presidente, is you there, sir?
Hello?
Yeah, man. Hello?
Can somebody hear me?
Yeah, we hear you fine. You hear us?
Oh, my bad. Okay, cool.
Yeah, man.
What's going on, man? Boy, hey, T.O. Shout out to Polk County on the check-in, man. What's going on, man?
The president of Polk right there, man. What's up, cousin?
One day at a time, brother. How y'all doing?
Man, we highly blessed and highly favored and feeling good, fantastically well, man. We just need some tea and crumpets.
That reminds me of a skit off of that Outcast.
Right. Hey, you know what? I think we should do it right now, Tom. You want to do it right now?
What we trying to do?
You want to go ahead and tell them what's going down?
Man, can we? No. Let's hold off. Let's hold off. We need this time to talk to them.
Well, let me just say this. Y'all want to make sure y'all tune in.
Yeah, the top of the hour. We got some news for y'all for sure.
All I know is Tone and Space got something to say.
Hey, Spaceship been doing too much lately, man. I'm just trying to follow suit, bro.
Listen, man, I appreciate everything going on, man. Like, Ski, man, we were just talking with C-RENA about, you know, the climate of everything that's going on. I got a question for you. You know, we all black men, you know, we got a lot of things to worry about. You know, if the kid's going to eat, did I go to work today? You know, a lot of stuff we got to worry about, and then you put the scoop of the police brutality on the plate. What would be some advice you would give to the young black men out here today?
The young black man.
Yes, sir.
Really, I would give, the advice I would give is to respect everyone and the role that they play in this climate. Because the way that I see it, everybody has a position, but whether you agree with their position or not, everybody has a position to play. Like, you may have some people who play the role of a weaver. And what a weaver does, pretty much those are the person that connects the dots in between the people. You know what I'm saying? Then you have the storytellers. From those are people that lace you up on what happened past, present, and where we're going out for the future. Then you may have some people that may be more. I hate when people I kind of hate when people say more Malcolm than Martin, because truth be told, Malcolm wasn't really violent.
Right.
You can't name anything violent that he did. All he did was basically say, "You hit me in my shit, I'm gonna bust yours." Basically, he defended himself. You feel what I'm saying? Which Martin did. So you have your room for people that's like Malcolm, you know, then you have your room for people like Martin. And then, as much as I hate to say it, you also have your room for people who actually want to write, you know. And I don't advise it, but I can understand why people will set a police station on fire. Because when you've been peaceful for so long, after a while of being peaceful, eventually you're going to start being violent to get whatever reaction you can out of whoever you're trying to get it from.
Right. Because you need to see some type of reaction out of it, you know?
Right. So, you know, at this point in time, I would say whatever position that you choose to play in this whole thing, just make sure it is on the side of the fellow people who you're representing and not against them. Meaning that, okay, if you choose to up, I'm not saying to go but if...
Whoa, hold on.
Oh, my
Keep
bad,
in mind, this is Waves to the Bay, 88.5 WMNF.
Oh,
keep it in mind.
I forgot. I apologize. Okay, if you choose to go mess something up, right? Why would you choose to do it in your own community? Why would you burn down your own community? You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
If you choose to go that route. And with me, like I said, everybody has a role to play. So just play your part and make sure it's not against the people that you represent. That's all I'm saying.
Now, I know in your past you had some issues when it came to the cops and, you know, them censoring your amendment rights as far as like freedom of speech and things. So with this protest going on, and you see like the next wave of black folks, not even black folks, the next wave of humanity speaking up, man. Like, how does that remind you of your situation?
The big difference from what I see is crazy. I see it two ways. You know, a few different ways, actually. It's crazy because a lot of the people who said that I was dumb for me speaking out against the police are the same ones that when they started seeing stuff like Trayvon Martin, they started, like, stuff has been happening to us. It's just now being recorded. You know, so it's funny to see the same ones who were talking down on me for saying what I said to be the same ones that turn right back around and say exactly what I said. So that's hilarious to me. And then another way I see it, I'm glad that black people finally have a voice. For so long, like, whenever we wanted to speak up, we were condemned for it, or we were blackballed, or we were whatever. And now you see the exact opposite happen. You feel me? Like, I think, like, what Drew Brees said, I think that he felt that he was still comfortable enough to say what he said during the time when Kaepernick first kneeled. Because if he would have said that when Kaepernick first kneeled, it would have been cool. So I felt like he was still comfortable enough to say it in this climate, although it's less than 2 years later. Except the exact opposite.
He just picked the wrong time to say what he had to say, man, for real. Everybody's expecting him to play off of what's going on, and he's just oblivious to,
he played
to
off
what's
of
going on.
He played off of it, and I think, like, in this climate, a lot of people are saying exactly where they stand. Like, the description of how he tried to break down what he was saying, it had no validity to it. So I think now a lot of people are not sorry because they got caught. They're sorry because nobody agrees. Right. So
I like the fact that now you can't be openly, you know, overtly racist publicly, you know, without having the proper repercussions. You see what I'm saying? Because black people for the longest we couldn't say anything. We couldn't say how we felt at a job. We couldn't say how we felt in the workplace. We couldn't say how we felt on TV without being fired, blackballed, or anything else. Now companies are encouraging that in the workplace just so that they don't go under. You know, so to me it's poetic justice.
You're right about that. And I like the way he eloquently well said it. Because if y'all don't know, T.O. is like eloquently well with it. Like, he gets into it and he eloquently well.
That passionate poise.
Yes, sir.
That's what it is.
It's the Pisces.
That's what it is.
Shout out to all my Pisces out there. I know it's Gemini season.
Straight
Shout out to all my Geminis. But Pisces, we, like right now, it's raining. We giving y'all water, baby. Like, we Pisces, man.
Oh, that's what y'all doing. Okay.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah,
man.
Appreciate y'all. Thanks for keeping us hydrated,
we gotta
bro.
be like that, man. Well, ATO, man, we appreciate you checking in with us, family, from out there in Polk County. And I just got to do this one more time.
Come on with it. Yes, sir.
Hey. Yes, sir. Thanks for the check-in,
I
fam.
love y'all, man. Y'all be safe, bro.
Yes,
Be
sir.
easy, bro. Give our love to the family, too.
Will do. Peace.
Yeah, man. Passionate. That's all I can say. That's all I can say, man.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what it is.
Yeah, man. We in here, we enjoying ourselves, man. It's raining outside. Well, is it still raining?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it is. I mean, the window over there.
Well, we comfortable.
Yeah. It's the outer bands or whatever's going on.
Yeah.
So
what's some kind of tropical storm or something like that?
Just Cristobal, I think the name is.
It sound like Crystal Ball or
something like that.
Crystal?
Something like that, man.
Country twerk song. Shout out to Chris Dahl, the country twerk, man. That's another thing about, like, Chris Dahl don't blend genres, just like blend, you know, audiences period with the country twerk song. So, and he did it here first.
That's correct. Very first, man. Anybody out there, if y'all using social media, make sure you like WMNF's Facebook and Instagram pages, WMNF Community Radio, for information on programming and events and news. And if you want to be more likely to see our notifications, follow our pages. If you're listening on 88.5, we appreciate y'all. If you're out there listening on the webpage, man, or else if you don't know about this, WMNF.org, you can tune tune in. The WMNF application is also right there, Android and Apple platform. And then if y'all miss anything, just go to the webpage, tone-capone.com. I spell Capone with a K. You'll see the Waves of the Bay logo. You'll see the DJ Spaceship logo. Whatever you guys are interested in, just click the logo. It'll bring you right up to the page, man. I got one more promo for y'all. So thank you for being with WMNF in the past few months. We have felt a stronger bond with you than we ever before, even though we are physically apart. Summer at WMNF usually means a pledge drive, but we are trying something new you'll like. Instead of a week-long drive, we're trying a series of days. The first is Monday, June 15th. We're celebrating because most of our programmers will be back at the station. So please show your support on or before the 15th by giving at WMNF.org. Once again, this is WMNF 88.5, Waves of the Bay. We got one more phone call right here. Go ahead and introduce him.
Ladies and gentlemen, I wish I spoke when I shouldn't say that, because I do speak Espanol. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the one and only El Presidente. What's going on, family?
What's up, y'all? Y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Man.
You hear us?
Yes, I do, sir.
Let me go ahead and put the disclaimer out there. This is FM radio. So.
This is FM.
I got you. I caught Theo's bomb.
Already, bro. I was like,
crack out him later for that.
It's all good,
That's
man.
us.
We want to, But what's going on, man? How you and the fam?
Man, good. Just me and the kids kicking it, man. I feel like we've been in the cave for like months, B. You know what I'm saying?
It really does, man. Like, I went to the barber shop when everything opened up, and it's like, man, like, I had to almost get a dude a hug, man. I was like, yo, like,
I ain't been to no barber shop. I shaved my own head. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Shout out to Kimmy, my barber. She do her thing, and my man Ken. But I shaved my own head, and I just was kind of in like forget it mood. Like
that's really what it is, right?
I didn't shave it. I didn't go buy no supplies, and then going to the stores was kind of scary. They made it sound like real creepy and stuff like that, man. So, you got to do your thing with the kids, and then myself, I had to make sure I was staying away from people and staying, fresh to death as much as possible. But
yeah, you was more deaf than fresh on that one, bro.
You're right.
Straight up. I was trying to get him to take the hat off, G, bro. Like, for real. He showed me the head one time early in the quarantine.
Listen, it got bad. My head got so bad, I was waiting on my hairline in the front to grow, and it would look like Okeechobee. But before then, it was like a poor man's cul-de-sac.
It looked.
Oh, wow.
It looked like he had the Easy E curl coming out the back of the hat, though, man. That's how I knew it was serious.
You know what it is?
What's that?
Because I shaved my head, right?
Right.
And when I first shaved it, I was real hesitant. But afterwards, now, like, even a little bit of hair makes you feel older all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like reverse. So it's like, yeah, it's bad, man.
Yeah, man. So how has the family been adjusting to being home? Because I know you're a father, and you have kids there with you. I know, like, the schedule being, rearranged, abruptly, How has that had an effect on your household?
Well, I mean, it was rough in the beginning. It's just it's three teenagers, over here. So two in high school, one in her first year at college. So the college, my college student came home. They closed down USF for the rest of the semester, and then I had the two from high school have to figure out how to do online courses with the school. So to be honest, it was more cabin fever than anything. But they're a little older, so it made it a little bit easy. But it was still a lot.
Now, let me ask you this question, because I went through it myself. Did any of your kids come to you and say, Daddy, I need you to help me with this work? And you look at them with the minus face, like when Pac-Man bite the pill and the ghost go to looking sideways?
Listen, once they hit high school, whatever help they needed, I forgot.
It
wasn't going to happen.
Don't ask me for no calculus help.
Yeah. I ain't touching it. You know what I mean?
I found a remedy how to get around that. I'm gonna share it with you. You can, you can use it. When they ask you a question like that, you say, "Well, did you check with did you go on Google and see if did Google have it? No, okay. When your teacher comes in tomorrow, because it's like now you doing all this work and teaching, it's like you might as well be a doggone teacher now.
I put it on the resume. I need it all, bro.
I want to, but they're gonna look at me like space.
I mean, I got patience. I taught a 5-year-old for a few months. What you talking about?
Listen, they're gonna tell me I need more brain cells than that. They were like, space. It's gonna be a no for us, sir. It's been declined.
Yo, man, I want to know, like, you're always ahead of the curve when it comes to stuff. So with the whole pandemic hitting and everything, like, how have you been able to stay in front of it? Like, how have you adapted?
I mean, for me, it was, me. I mean, I stay home working from home, whether it be web or the music or if I'm in the studio, like everything's at the house. So For me to adjust wasn't too bad. You know, the kids' adjustment was a little more difficult. I mean, for me, like, I think I always washed my hands a lot. I was always real picky about what I touched, so there wasn't a big, huge change for me. It was more the routines and stuff. So, like, I used to, you know, being a single parent, you got to figure out, like, when you could do groceries, right?
Yeah.
Right. So I would do groceries at, like, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning most of the time. I had to switch that up because Walmart wasn't open at that time no more.
Did you do the grocery pickup or what?
Nah, I just went into the store, man. I couldn't do that whole grocery pickup.
Gotcha.
I don't trust nobody to pick my stuff, man.
They might give you like some rotten tomatoes or some, you know, spoiled milk or something like that. Cause they just try to hurry and pick the orders and get you out the way.
Yeah, and then there was like one point where I had to find the ingredients to make sofrito because I ran out of sofrito like right in the beginning of this pandemic. And then I had to like go find it. So I didn't trust nobody to pick that stuff.
Presidente, now you know doggone well you can't have just anybody picking out the ingredients. That's too many hands in the pot.
Right, right.
What's going to happen? Somebody going to start talking about it, and you ain't got no response to that. You like, man, they picked it out for me.
Right. It's
right.
I mean, imagine that if you told me to pick out the ingredients. I don't know what go in there. I'm going to put everything that I want to go in
there. Right. Yeah. But I got it. I found it. It's like, I went to like 2 or 3 stores, but I found everything.
Now, here's an off-the-wall question for you, bro, because I know you go by the name El Presidente, and with the president that we have in place right now, have you thought about changing your name at all?
Nah, man. I'm going to stand on it. You know why? Because the name, because the president should still be a president and should still be presidential. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just because one duck is quacking don't mean that I gotta, you know what I'm saying, switch up my mojo. So nah.
I agree. I mean, you always been, you know, someone that takes lead, take charge, and be able to handle situations. So, I mean, should we put him down on the ballot to be voted for this year?
I don't know, man.
That's a lot of pressure.
I don't need any backstories popping up and all that.
Oh man, listen, I won't pass the background check. I'll tell you that right now.
He like, don't even worry about it. I'm good.
I know if I was gonna run for president, they're gonna tell me some stuff I forgot about. Like,
listen,
what? I did that?
Listen.
Like, oh yeah, I did do that. My bad. Okay, cool.
Listen, everybody. When the next time we vote this, so this will be 2021, so 2025 after the next.
After this, yeah.
Yeah, so 2025, 2026. Hey, you never know. Spaceship might put his name out there. Y'all just vote for me.
Listen, anything's better than what we got. I know some people disagree, but anything's better than what we got, right?
Yeah, man.
I mean, it is crazy because they dig up dirt from back when you was, you know, cheating on your kindergarten coloring test.
Unless you can pay them off in advance.
Yeah, I ain't got that kind of money. I can tell you, like my mama said, I could put something on it, you know. But as long as I owe you, you'll never go broke, baby.
Right.
Well, I got one person on here. Shout out my man Mel. He said I got his vote, so I got one person.
So we already there. You on the write-in ballot already.
I'll vote for you too. I don't want the job.
So we good then.
Oh, so Tone, you ain't gonna vote for me either, Mel? You gonna wait and see what happens?
I can't vote, bro. I'm playing.
Yeah, I think we getting ahead.
Like, why you trying to put me on black? No.
Listen, man, I'm gonna change some things.
No, I've been voting, man. I've actually voted since I could vote.
Okay.
Like, the very first time I could vote, I was 18. The first time I could vote, I voted.
Yeah.
And I voted every time since then.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. I remember voting for Obama, and I remember being at the party when he won it all. What was the thing called?
How old were you then? You were about 46?
Nah, bro. Don't play me like that, bro. Don't play me like that. What was the hip hop soda shop, man? That's where I was at when Obama won. That thing was crazy, bro.
Throwback.
That thing was crazy, bro.
I think, matter of fact, who's there now? Is it Jerk Hut?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jerk Hut's there now, man. See, now I want some oxtail.
We'll talk about this off the air, bro. But yeah, man. So the way I want to end this, man, I want you to just show some love to the community, man. Give some positive words out there for folks.
Man, you know, I see a lot of. For the last few weeks, we've seen just a lot of negativity going on. But I've seen a lot of positive things that a lot of people have not talked about, and I think, you know, sometimes we don't focus on those things enough. And what I've seen is a lot of people coming together. I've seen a lot of people looking out for each other. I've seen protests have agitators, and the agitators be called out in the middle of them trying to agitate. I see reforms happening across the country because of what's going on, whether you agree with it or you don't. When it comes to the protests, reforms are happening. And I think at the end of the day, you know, people are making a voice. They're tired. They're fed up with things. And I think at the end of the day, like, this is the first time, I think, in my lifetime that I've seen an acceptance from various governments in various cities and states actually accept and acknowledge that there's a problem and that there needs to be like a practical approach to how to solve it, and that, you know, police need to be held accountable. I think we're closer to getting away from those immunity laws that keep them protected from when they do things they shouldn't.
Right.
And, you know, all this stuff is going on, man. So despite all the negativity, I mean, I think we got to sometimes look at that and go, you know what? Some of this is making a difference, and it's actually pushing things forward. As hard as it is, as heavy as it is, as uncomfortable as it is, we all preach it every day, all the time, and we say it on memes. You know, in order to make progress, we got to be uncomfortable, but, you know, we live in it right now.
That's the truth, man. We appreciate you giving us a call right now. We're about to go to a hard cut and go into this NPR news right now. But, man, make sure you take care of yourself, take care of the family, give them our love. And thank you for giving us a call tonight, bro. This is Tone Capone
and DJ Spaceship.
And Saturday nights from 10 to midnight, we bring you Waves of the Bay. Right here on WMNF 88.5 Tampa.
With the hottest interviews, the hottest music.
You can submit your music for the Tampa Bay Watch segment at wavesofthebay@gmail.com or follow us on all social media at Waves of the Bay.
Every Saturday, 10 to 12. Make sure you come and ride the wave.
Yes, sir.